Swiatek and Raducanu make history at the Australian Open. Welcome to Tiebreak News. The Australian Open is on fire, with electrifying matchups taking center stage. Iga Swiatek and Emma Raducanu are set for an unmissable third-round clash, while Elena Rybakina, Emma Navarro, and Daria Kasatkina continue their dominant runs in the tournament. And let's not forget Danielle Collins, who dazzled in a breathtaking battle against Destanee Aiava, now gearing up for an exciting showdown with Madison Keys. Want to catch all the highlights and analysis of these matches? Stick with us until the end. Swiatek to face Raducanu in Australian Open Round 3. Iga Swiatek advanced to the third round of the Australian Open with a commanding 6-0, 6-2 victory over Rebecca Sramkova. This win cements the Polish star's incredible streak with 40 consecutive victories in the first two rounds of Grand Slam tournaments. Moreover, Swiatek remains one of the most formidable players on the tour, boasting 24 bagel sets in Grand Slams since 2020, far surpassing Aryna Sabalenka, who ranks second with 9. After a physically taxing start to the season at the United Cup, Swiatek has found her rhythm at Melbourne Park. She defeated Katerina Siniakova in the opening round and overpowered Sramkova in the second without facing a single break point, with consistent stats including an 81% first-serve success rate. Dominating long rallies, Swiatek won 20 out of 26 points with over 5 shots, showcasing her technical and mental sharpness in the tournament so far. In the third round, Swiatek will meet Emma Raducanu, the 2021 US Open champion. Raducanu also secured a strong win over Amanda Anisimova, 6-3, 7-5, despite facing physical challenges and requiring a medical timeout during the match. Though Raducanu has never defeated Swiatek in 3 previous encounters, she is determined to overcome past setbacks and rediscover her peak form. Meanwhile, Swiatek's unbeaten record against players outside the top 20 and her focus on avoiding third-round eliminations, which plagued her in 2 slams last year, set the stage for an intriguing battle. Swiatek and Raducanu's career trajectories differ significantly. While Swiatek ascended rapidly to world number 1 with consistency, Raducanu has struggled with injuries and challenges since her US Open triumph. Both players downplay comparisons, emphasizing their focus on the present. Swiatek remarked that the outcome will depend on their on-court performances, while Raducanu reflected on their contrasting early career experiences. Swiatek's campaign in Melbourne carries ranking implications. Her third-round berth ended Coco Gauff's chances of claiming the number 1 spot, while placing pressure on Aryna Sabalenka, who must reach the semifinals to retain the top ranking. Swiatek, however, is prioritizing performance over rankings, confident that strong results will naturally restore her to number 1. The highly anticipated showdown between Swiatek and Raducanu promises drama, showcasing their resilience and unique challenges. As Swiatek aims to reassert her dominance and reclaim the number 1 ranking, Raducanu is eager to prove she can still compete at the highest level. This match will be a true test for both players, offering fans excitement and world-class tennis. Top 10 roundup: Rybakina, Navarro, Kasatkina. Advance on Day 5 in Melbourne. Day 5 of the Australian Open 2024 saw key victories for 3 top 10 players: Elena Rybakina, Emma Navarro, and Daria Kasatkina. They joined second seed Iga Swiatek in advancing to the third round. Among them, Emma Navarro faced the toughest challenge, edging out Wang Hu in a thrilling 3-set match. Navarro took 2 hours and 11 minutes to defeat Wang 6-3, 3-6, 6-4. The Chinese player, a former junior world number 1 with a win over then world number 3 Maria Sakkari at the 2022 US Open, started strong in the final set. Despite Wang's critical leads, Navarro responded with precision, winning 4 consecutive points to close out the match. This marks the second time Navarro has defeated Wang at the Australian Open, replicating her 3-set triumph from last year. Navarro now faces former world number 2 Ons Jabeur, who ousted Camila Osorio 7-5, 6-3. Jabeur won their only previous meeting decisively in Charleston 2022. Meanwhile, Daria Kasatkina cruised through her match, defeating Wang Yifan 6-2, 6-0 in just 1 hour and 18 minutes. Despite never reaching the second week of the Australian Open, Kasatkina has lost only 6 games in her first 2 matches. She will next face Yulia Putintseva, who defeated Zhang Shuai 6-2, 6-1. Elena Rybakina, the 6th seed and 2023 Australian Open finalist, also secured a dominant win, defeating 17-year-old American Eva Jovic 6-0, 6-3. This marked Rybakina's 50th Grand Slam win, reaffirming her status as a tournament favorite. Jovic, though resilient, could not stop Rybakina, who now faces Diana Yastremska in the third round. Collins battles past Aiava, partisan crowd to set Keys meeting in Melbourne. Danielle Collins starred in a thrilling match against Destanee Aiava, securing a 7-6-4, 4-6, 6-2 victory in a duel marked by the energy of a partisan Australian crowd. After more than 2.5 hours on court, Collins couldn't hide her joy, celebrating enthusiastically and even jokingly engaging with the boos she received. During her on-court interview, the American displayed her humor, thanking the crowd for sponsoring her future vacations. She also emphasized how the intense atmosphere motivated her to stay focused and give her all until the very last point. However, the match wasn't just about emotions off the court. On the court, it was a spectacle of power and determination. Both players showed incredible resilience, saving 10 break points in the first 3 games and delivering a true battle of heavy hitting. Aiava, who entered the match on a 9-match winning streak, showcased her quality with 25 winners and an aggressive mindset that kept the crowd engaged. Although she lost the first set in a tiebreak, the Australian responded authoritatively in the second, putting constant pressure on Collins. Collins' comeback began late in the second set when, despite dealing with physical discomfort and receiving medical treatment, she managed to claw back Aiava's lead. In the decisive set, she saved critical breakpoints and, from there, took full control of the match. Her aggressive returns proved pivotal as she won the last 4 games consecutively to seal the victory. Once again, Collins demonstrated her ability to face adversity with composure and intensity. In the next round, Collins will face Madison Keys, who also endured a challenging match against Romania's Elena Gabriela Rus. Keys, the 19th seed, needed 2 hours and 30 minutes to prevail 7-6-1, 2-6, 7-5, extending her winning streak to 7 matches. Rus, known for upsetting top-tier opponents, led at various points during the match, but Keys showcased resilience and adaptability to clinch the win. Keys experienced ups and downs throughout the match, alternating between moments of brilliance and unforced errors. However, her improved second-serve performance in the deciding set proved crucial. Despite struggling to maintain consistency, the American found the right moment to raise her level, stringing together key points and capitalizing on Rus's mistakes in the closing stages. The upcoming clash between Collins and Keys promises to be an intense battle. The two last met in the Strasbourg final, where Keys emerged victorious in dominant fashion. Paolini, Svitolina, Veronika Kudermetova advance. Number 4 seed Jasmine Paolini closed out the Rod Laver Arena night session with a 6-2, 6-3 win over Renata Zarazua. The Mexican number 1 had her moments, breaking Paolini in the first game with a brilliant all-court exchange and threatening a comeback throughout the second set. But the Roland Garros and Wimbledon finalist managed to keep a lid on the match to close it out in 1 hour and 16 minutes. Playing her first tournament since the US Open due to undergoing foot surgery, former number 3 Elena Svitolina continued to go about her business efficiently. The Ukrainian number 28 seed fired 29 winners, including 7 aces, to dismiss Caroline Dolehide 6-1, 6-4 in 1 hour and 14 minutes. Svitolina will next meet Paolini for the first time. Former number 9 Veronika Kudermetova returned to the third round of a major for the first time since the 2022 US Open with a seesaw 7-6, 3, 2-6, 6-2 victory over number 22 seed Katie Bolter. Kudermetova led 5-1 in the first set, but saw her lead and first 3 set points evaporate as the Briton embarked on a comeback. But Kudermetova found powerful winners when she needed them in both the tiebreak and the deciding set. She will next face number 15 seed Beatriz Haddad Maia, who came from a breakdown in the second set to defeat Erica Andreeva 6-2, 6-3. 2 unseeded players hit the milestone of their debut Grand Slam third-round appearance and will now face each other for a spot in the second week. Number 82 ranked Jacqueline Christian had lost both of her previous major second rounds, and lost in the first round in each of 2024's Grand Slams. But the Romanian edged Lucia Bronzetti 7-5, 7-5 to break new ground in her ninth main draw. Lucky loser Eva Lise, who only found out she had a spot in the draw 10 minutes before her first-round match, continued to make the best of her second chance. The 22-year-old German, ranked number 128, overcame Varvara Gracheva 6-2, 3-6, 6-4 in 1 hour and 56 minutes, coming up with a series of laser-like backhand winners in the home stretch. And those were the stories that defined Day 5 at the Australian Open. With Swiatek, Raducanu, Collins, Keys, and so many stars in action, the tournament is just starting to heat up. Don't miss the next chapters here on Tiebreak News. Subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and share it with fellow tennis fans. We'll see you in the next coverage. Until then.